Hey guys, welcome to It's a King Thing with Miss Ray. How you doing? Oh, it worked. Finally, look at there. Okay. Well, I tried to go live on Instagram with you guys, but it won't let me be great. Oh, that's right. I'm blocked on Instagram today. You know why? Because I told a friend I was gonna beat him and they put me in Instagram jail. So sorry guys, can't go live over there. Sorry. Anyway, hey, good morning. How are you? How are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, guys. So, first of all, today I don't feel so hot, but I'm open and I'm honest and I'm transparent and I'm here because your girl is not feeling so hot. And I wanted to make sure I gave you your podcast though. So here I am. Here I am. So let's talk about what the situation is that I need to make decisions on. My lips are dry, sorry. I got a phone call last night that my son wants to move back to the spot in LA. Now, for those of you that don't know, my son was an actor since he was 5 and he retired at 16. And at 18, he went to the military, got a medical discharge. And since then, not really doing anything right now. He's working at Chipotle. Now, I don't know how many of you are parents. I don't know how many of you are good parents. But when you've given your kids every opportunity to be successful in life, to do what they want, be what they want, go where they want, and um, it feels like they're not living up to their potential, it bothers you. Okay, well, let me speak. Let me not say it bothers you. It bothers me. Let me speak for myself. It bothers me. It bothers me that I feel like I gave you everything, every opportunity, everything you could possibly do, and you got to 16 and you just let it drift away. That's what I feel. Sue me. That's my thoughts. Um, it doesn't help that um, these teachers nowadays don't give your kids any hopes, dreams, or aspirations. They go to school, go to college, get a degree, and find a job. Whatever happened to telling the kid they could be anything they wanted to be? Whatever happened to helping a kid cultivate their dreams? Whatever happened to building a kid up and making them think that they could do anything in the world they ever wanted to do? What happened to those kind of teachers? I was blessed to have had great teachers because my parents were not those kind of parents. I say this all the time, and I say it with no disrespect to my parents. So before somebody tries to come for me, let me start by saying this. Let me start by saying this. Let me say it again. Let me start by saying this. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Do not come for me unless I send for you. First and foremost, when I say to you that my parents were those kind of parents, again, kids don't come with a training manual. And as I am older now, I realize that kids don't come with a training manual. I didn't I didn't think about that as a kid because I was a kid, and as I was getting older, I just realized my parents don't do this, my parents don't do that, they don't come to my events at school, they don't come to my plays, they've never seen me sing. Like, so it kind of for me stunted my feelings that I could do anything. Okay. Yesterday I was on a podcast and or on a live and they were talking about women who dated younger men or girls who dated older men, and it got kind of ugly on there. But at the end of the day, I can stand on my truth and say what I did, and can't nobody judge me but God. And I said what I said. For my children, I did the opposite of what my parents did. Like, my parents gave us everything financially, like we wanted for nothing. And, we had everything that the other kids had that most black kids didn't have. We had it all. We didn't want for anything except for the emotional connection that kids need to their parents. My father's version of family time is, here, take this money and go to the arcade. Take this money and go to the liquor store. Take this money and go to the liquor store and go outside and play. That was his version of family time. And you can't fault him if that's the only thing he knew, was to provide for his family. The whole laying up in the bed, everybody watch TV together or whatever, that wasn't like that. Okay. There were times we watched, back in the day with Family Affair, Bruce Lee movies and stuff like that. There were those times, but as far as supporting your kids' dreams to be whoever, whatever they wanted to be, I didn't have those kind of parents. So when I got my children, I did the complete opposite of my parents and told them they could be whatever they want to be. You could do whatever you want to do. You can go to whatever school you want to go to, do what you want to do. I got you. What you want to do? I want to be a rocket scientist. I got you. Like, whatever you want to do, you can do it. And I wanted them to know they always had my support. And I cultivated their dreams. And they wanted to go to University of Alabama. Her dad did not want her to go. But at the end of the day, she was the one that had to sit in that classroom. So I supported her. And where did she go? University of Alabama. Shout out, Roll Tide. But my son, he's always been charismatic, smooth with the ladies since he was 1.5 years old. Right hand to God. You can ask anybody that's ever known him. He used to walk through Macy's, true story, in Las Vegas, fashion show mall. And he would hit a lady on her booty and hand her a chicklet. Right hand to God. Right hand to God. He would walk up, pack. And they thought it was the cutest thing ever. I was so appalled, like, boy, can I have one too? Pack. Chicklet. I knew it was something when the woman behind the cash register said, I didn't get no gum. And he did like this with a little bitty finger. And she walked her behind from around the counter for him to smack her in the behind and give her a chicklet. Now, y'all tell me, what sense does that make? The little boy has done things that I can't even begin to explain. Hey, Queen Coco. I can't even begin to explain what he is doing because he crazy. I don't know why my son does what he does. Coco, I'm live on the YouTube channel doing the podcast. So, it's just like when he went to acting, he's done all these things. When he went to India and filmed a phenomenal commercial, and he did phenomenal things, and that's great. But then he decided to retire, and that's great. But then he got stagnant because this is what I tried to explain to my son. I have given you every single thing. I gave up my career so that you could go to LA and act a model because that's what they said you needed to do. We did all that. Gave it all up. Stunted. Did you? Come on. But then you got to a point where you didn't want to do that anymore. And that's fine because you're the one that has to get there and smile for the camera and do all these things. I get it because I'm now in front of the camera, so I get it. I'm not knocking at it all. Good morning, G-Dog. If you want to see what I'm doing, I'm on the YouTube channel live doing the podcast. So it's just like watching him stop what he was doing and then do nothing was very heartbreaking as a mother. A mother who has sacrificed a lot for you to follow your dreams, only for you to tell me you no longer have any dreams because school has stunted your growth in a way because they don't teach children how to cultivate their dreams. So everything I was putting in him, he didn't go to regular school until 10th grade. He was homeschooled all before that, and he was fine. He went to regular high school because he wanted to be with other kids. No, 10th grade? Yes, 10th grade. And started playing football and being a normal kid, which is fine. And he was okay with that, with keeping the acting world over here and the school world over here. They were separate. But the problem was when they figured out who he was, when that national commercial ran through the Grammys and all of that stuff, and he came to school that next time, and they was like, "We saw you on TV," and he didn't like it. He didn't like it, and I get it. He didn't like it. I have a filter on. Hold on, guys. I have a filter on, and my girl Kiora just said, "I don't know how to take the filter off, girl. You know I hate. Stop playing with me. Hold on. I don't even know how to fix it, girl. I don't know. I don't know. It's on there. I don't know what to tell you. I will not take it off." So yeah, he went and then he retired and was doing nothing with his life. And I was like, this is not working for me. It's like you're sitting here doing absolutely nothing, and what you will not be is like some other children that I know that do nothing with their lives and waste their whole life away. Like you're a 400-pound acne faced boy in a basement of your mama's house. That's not going to work for me. I said what I said. So when I got the call last night that that he wants to come home to Los Angeles, and I was like, pineapples, like my house is peaceful. I don't want. I'm not going to watch you again sit around and waste your life. If you're gonna waste your life, waste it somewhere else where I don't have to see it, and I'm not paying for it. So he was like, "Well, I'm going to go back to acting." Allegedly, is what he told his sister. He's going back to acting. And she said, "Mom, you always have supported us. Are you not going to support him to go back to acting?" I said, "Ebony, if I thought he would really do it, then I would. If I thought he would give it his 100% try, then I would support that. But I don't think he's going to give it 100%. I don't think he's going to give it 100%. And I feel some type of way about me having to stop what I'm doing to monitor him. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it. So I'm not at this point. My answer is no. And unless unless somebody can show me why I should say yes, jump in the comments. If somebody can tell me why I should say yes, let him come home. My answer is no until they can show me that he's really going to give it 100%. Because being in this industry is not easy. It's not for the faint at heart, and it's hard enough taking care of me. I don't want to take care of me and him. I don't want to. I'm at a stage in my life where I don't have to take care of nobody but me. If I decide not to buy no groceries, guess what? I'm only responsible for me. If I decide to turn off the cable, the Wi-Fi, and everything else, it ain't going to affect anybody but me. If I decide to go in my bedroom and not come out for 3 days, I don't have to because it's just me. Nothing breathes in my house but me. I don't have fish, a bird, dog, a cat, nothing but me. I don't have to feed nothing in the house but me. So I don't want to take on the responsibility again of having to look out for somebody else. I don't want to. I just don't. I don't want to. And I'm at an age where I don't have to. So until somebody can tell me why I have to, I'm not going to. I'm just not. I'm not going to because I don't want to. I like not having any more responsibility. It's hard enough. Let me explain something to you guys. It's very hard to get up here on Sundays or Mondays because I try to do it on Sunday so they'll air on Monday. But when I don't, I have to go live on Monday because it has to go up on Monday. And Thursdays for Friday or Friday morning so go up on Friday. It's hard enough to do that. Then I have to post and I have to do clips and I have to do edits and I have to find other people to come on the podcast with. And sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't. That's a lot of work. On top of, let's talk about the different auditions that I have to do. Yeah. That's the studying. That's the submissions. That's the going to find the role to submit for in the first place. It's a lot. That's a lot of work. On top of making sure that money is still coming in to facilitate this lifestyle that I am accustomed to. It's a lot of work. So, and that's just responsibility for me. So, why would I want to go and, you know, take on another responsibility? I don't really want to. That's why I don't have a dog. I've seen the cutest puppies, and I want one so bad. He was so cute, but he was like $5,000. And I was like, am I that committed? I don't think I'm that committed. He was cute too, cute and quiet. Like I like him small, go on my purse, the whole nine. But that's another bill. That's vets, that's grooming, that's feeding. And let's not talk about upkeep. I just don't want to right now. I don't. I'm, and y'all can call me selfish, but you know what's wrong with people? They don't be honest with themselves. They're not honest with themselves. And the truth of the matter is this: I am now learning to be selfish. I said it. I am learning. And when I tell you it's an emotional test, I am learning to put me first. I'm learning to put me first. And it's a learned situation. It's not easy. It's hard to put you first. Let me just be honest. It's hard to put me first. It's hard. Like it's really, 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 really hard. Really hard right now. So at the end of the day, I'm learning to put me first. I feel terrible as a mother saying that. I feel terrible as a mother saying this. But at the end of the day, it's the truth. I just I have to put me first. Finally, after all these years, I am really, really, really learning to put me first. And there comes a time in your life where you have to put you first, and that's for friends, family. It's for everybody. I have to learn to put me first. I have to stop giving my everything to everybody, but no one is giving their self to me. I have to stop pouring into everybody, and my cup is in shatter. Not shatter. My cup is in shambles. Is what I'm trying to say. Full of holes, and I'm pouring, 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 and nobody's pouring into me. So I've learned to patch my holes up in my cup and keep my fluids inside. And I'm just giving enough so that I'm not empty. And I'm very emotional saying that because it takes a lot. I love to give to people. I love to help people. That is my gift, and I understand that. But sometimes my gift is at the detriment to myself. I'm grateful for Pastor Mike Jr., and I'm grateful for Bishop Long, and I'm grateful for Bishop Kennedy, who have taught me it's okay to have boundaries. It's the mother in me that doesn't know how to have boundaries. And I am learning that I have to put me first. So, no, I'm not allowing him to come back right now because I don't think he's going to do what he needs to do. He's just going to be there and give me several thousand excuses about why he can't get a job or make any money. Now let's be clear. He doesn't smoke weed. He doesn't sag his pants. He's actually a very good kid, except for the fact that he's lazy. He's lazy with me. Anybody else? His daddy, his godfather, everybody, baby, he'll do everybody else right but me. So that tells me that it's me. That tells me that I've given him some type of interpretation that it's okay, but it's not fucking okay. So, no, can't come back. My house is empty. When I ain't there, it's just empty. When I go home, it's cobwebs and shit, and that is all right with my spirit. But you know what it is? Without an extra bill. You know what it is? The same way I left it when I left there. And unless he can prove to me that he is going to give 110% back to acting, no, he can't come back. Because when I come on the podcast, when I'm doing submissions, when I'm auditioning, when I'm doing all these different things to make my money continue to flow, I'm giving it 110%. I accept nothing less from anybody anymore. And I'm saying that to you as I'm saying it to myself. And I think for me, when I come on the podcast and I talk to y'all about what's going on in real life, I'm hoping that it reaches someone that's going through the same things or have gone through it and they thought they was crazy. You're not crazy, baby. You're not crazy. We all are going through it. We all have done things for people and then they get their money or whatever and they forget who the hell helped them in the first place. That was for me again. I'm sorry, y'all. So, my fucking bucket, I'm throwing lots of things in it. Everybody needs a fucking bucket. Shout out to my little sister that taught me about a fucking bucket. I didn't even know what that was. But my fucking bucket, I'm starting to throw things in the fucking bucket. That's my word for that, the fucking bucket. Because, baby, if you are causing me any type of drama or stress, your ass is going in the fucking bucket. And I mean that. And I mean it. At the end of the day, I mean it. So, no, you can't come back. I hope that, you know, I hope that our kids learn that we don't owe them anything. We do what we do out of the kindness of our hearts because we're parents and we love them and that we want them to succeed and that we want them to it's a glare and I can't stand it. That we want them to succeed and be super successful, be better than we were. But we don't owe you that. You know, we owe you to clothe you and feed you, keep a roof over your head until you're 18 years old. Technically, that's what we owe you by law. But there's more to parenting than just keeping a roof over their head and food in their mouth. There's more to it than that. So we try to instill morals and values and goals and dreams in them. We can only do what we can do. If you give them everything, you pray for them, you pray over them, you give them to God, and you hope something that you've given them grows inside of them like a little seed and grows into something. That's what you hope. That's what you pray for. It doesn't always work out that way. So I'm doing me right now. And I really enjoy doing me. Like I told myself I was going to take myself out to eat when I got 2,000 followers on Instagram, right? So I was talking to my daughter yesterday and it was like 1,800 something. And I was like, okay, so about a week or so I'll have 2,000. Let me figure out what I'm going to go eat. By the time I hung up with my daughter and went to go do something on Instagram, I had surpassed 2,000. I was like 2,200. I was like, how did that happen? 2,000 was like 2,080 something. Let me go see what it is. When I tell you, I said, I don't know when it happened, but it happened so fast. It was amazing. I was like, yo, how did that happen? I don't even know why, when or how, because I missed it somewhere. I missed it somewhere and it was crazy. 2,059. So I have to take myself to get me something delicious to eat today. And I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have to figure it out. But I'm starting to reward myself for different things. Like I never had planned on being on social media like that because y'all know I hate social media. Y'all know I hate the camera. But David says I have to be in front of the camera when I film the podcast. So I'm adhering to the rules of podcast etiquette per David Shands. I'm just saying. I guess it's to let you know that there's a face behind the voice, a real person who cries and fusses and cusses and praises the Lord. She does all these things. She's a gamut of emotions, and that I'm human. I am human. I'm a mother, and I'm definitely a grandmother, as you can see from the artwork in the back. That side, I'm a grandmother. Those are the things I love. I love my kids, and I dang sure love them grandbabies, honey. But I'm also a business person. I'm an actress and a philanthropist and a paralegal, and I'm a bunch of things. And I'm grateful for every single one that God has made me to be. But guess what? Sometimes it's a more than a notion to get on this camera for y'all. I don't think people really understand that. One of the people was like, "Well, you're on TV," and I was like, "It's different when you're on TV with other people and other stuff. It's a whole nother kettle of fish when you're sitting here, just you, in front of the camera, and all they got to look at is you." I don't like to be looked at. I don't. I can't stand it. I'm just being open, honest, and transparent with y'all. I cannot stand it, but I do it because I remember when there was a time when I was in that dark place that I've told y'all about several times, and nobody came for me. Nobody came for nobody but me and God. And I was definitely trying to go see him in a real way. And I'm hoping that by me coming on live and doing the podcast, it teaches other people that you're not alone. No matter what your circumstances are, you're not alone. And that somebody cares and that somebody is there for you. Ah, hey, G Dog. I'm glad you made it. um, that somebody cares for you and is praying for you, loves you, wants you to succeed, wants you to make it. If you have questions or comments or concerns or you're feeling by yourself, please reach out. I will respond. You know, um, I always try to give these resources out. If you do not, oh my goodness, I can't think of what they are. Hold on. If you do 988, I believe is the numbers for suicide prevention. They are open 24/7, 365. Um, the Taraji P. Henson Foundation, Boris Henson, they have resources and they're on their mental health. You can call 311, and if it's a severe emergency, you can call 911. There are resources to help you. I'm sorry it took you so long to find me, G Dog. It's usually pops right up, especially if you go to Apple iTunes, but you found me now, so that's good. Um, I want to make sure that I always answer the comments that you guys post when I'm on live or that you put on the YouTube channel. I come through and I answer them. If you reach out on there, I will respond. I'm getting ready to hit the website down because I don't like it, but it's still up. It's akinthin2021.com. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the YouTube channel because they always say I never say that, so I'm trying to make it a point of saying it. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. You can find me on TikTok where I just try to keep y'all motivated and laughing and knowing that, I care because I do care. Because when I wrote the book, which I'm working on the script to it, I don't listen. Let me tell y'all the truth. Let me just, I know I'm always transparent with y'all. Writing that book almost took me out. Then after I wrote the book, and then the editing process, I said I can't edit this because I can't. It was like reliving it. I said I can't do that. So the first edition that went out, when I finally looked at it, because I never even looked at it, like I don't even want to look at it. It was all off center stuff. I said, oh my God. So they had to redo it and then re-edit. And now I have to descript to this book. I was like, I can't do this. I told my friends on at the festival, I said, listen, I need somebody to write the script for this book. And they were, I got some really great friends. One of my friends is on All American. One of my friends is on Snowfall. And, I got some really, really great friends. I got, some really, really great friends. And they were like, no, ma'am, you will write that script. And I was like, they was like, mm-mm. Can't nobody write the script like you. And I was like, that's so not fair. And they were like, yeah, I was like, see, y'all, like they don't give me no they don't give me no leeway. They don't want to hear my shenanigans. They gives me no leeway. So I started the script. And because this book is so mm, devastating. I was in such a dark place in my life. Um it's very hard to write this script because it's like reliving it. It's like cutting that wound open all over again, and it just takes me to a place of sheer ugh. It's but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to put on my big girl panties and write the script. But I just, I do the podcast because I want you guys to know you're not alone. That's the only thing I do it for. You're not alone, and someone does care. When I was going through that dark place, I didn't think anybody cared. So I don't want you to ever feel like you are alone and by yourself, because you're not. You're not. You're absolutely not. And there are resources. So please reach out to them. Okay. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you for coming on the It's the King Thing podcast with Miss Ray. I love you. You go and have an amazing day. And if you can't, don't you dare go mess up nobody else's, okay? Shout out to my girl, Tabitha Brown. If you ever get a chance to meet her, she is the sweetest spirit ever. And she really wants everybody to win. Okay, guys, have a good day. Here's some rays from Ray. Woo! Yeah, I haven't been to the nail shop. Y'all already know how I get down. Just take the rays and be happy. Bye, guys.